honey, wait a minute here.
Honey, I gotta go.
No, I realize you're upset by the news that Rafe gave you about your friend, Tina. But you just can't walk out of Bo and Sarah's celebration.
Honey, I need a little time alone, all right? Just to get myself together.
Girl, come on, you've just come back from weeks alone. Now is a time when you need the support of your family. Your husband in particular.
Court, You know, you're right. You're right. I need to start thinking about my family and friends.
Good. Now you talk.
Yeah, like Brenda, for instance.
What about her?
Honey, how is she dealing with the loss of her baby?
I really haven't had that much time to talk to her personally, but from what I hear, I think she's finally coming to terms with it. Why?
Well, I worry about her. I mean, I certainly know what it's like to think you've lost your child.
Oh, hey, come on, honey. We have got CJ with us. That's where he's gonna stay.
Yeah, that's the biggest blessing I've ever had in my entire life. Look, I'm just gonna go check on CJ, make sure he's all right, okay?
Okay, I'll go upstairs with you, all right?
No, that's all right, honey. You go back to the party and have a good time. I won't be long.
Will you stop apologizing for being here? You are my guest.
I just doubt that your husband would appreciate my sharing a glass of champagne with his family.
You have got that right, Callis, and all you deserve is a glass of arsenic.
Oh, God, darling, come on.
Honey, if this man had his way, there'd be no party today. My son would still be in Statesville, rotting away for a murder he did not commit.
Pop, what's going on?
The operative word is going out, like out the front door.
Herb, I apologize for my father's behavior.
You dare apologize to that man?
It's all right, Bo. I was hoping Asa might have gotten past our differences, but since he hasn't, I'm leaving.
No, please. No, if I have anything to say about it, you won't.
Wait a minute, you are befriending this man? Do you know what he tried to do to you?
Do I have to remind you that Herb Callison is a friend of this family?
He's the one who forgot it.
Yeah, but he's got a job to do. Pa, he's the district attorney. Naturally, he's going to step on a few toes. He's going to ruffle a few feathers. If I can understand that, why can't you?
Well, thanks, Bo.
No, you don't have to thank me. You're here because Sarah and I wanted you to be here, Herb.
Asa, darling, did you hear your son? I mean, he's able to forgive Herb for doing his job. I bet you can, too.
I think it's high time that you two shook hands and put the past behind you. What do you say, Pa?
You are asking for an awful lot.
But you are a Buchanan, so isn't more expected from you?
I just hate it when he gets to my better nature. I really do.
I didn't know you had one.
Now, Collison, with that comment, I am going to shake your hand, Herb.
Oh, amen and hallelujah.
Roger, you keep looking at the door. You expecting someone?
Well, it's like I told Sarah, I was hoping Megan would walk through as if nothing happened.
Well, as far as we know, nothing has. You know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't go upsetting Vicky with any more unfounded fears. Now, she already told me that you went to Atlantic City to look for Megan.
I did that to ease her mind, not upset her.
Well, that may be, but the fact is, it doesn't take very much to get Vicky to imagining the worst possible thing that can happen to her daughter. Now, I hate to have to insist on this, Roger.
Okay, Clint, I got the message. But at some point, Vicky's going to have to be told that the police have been notified that Megan might possibly be a missing person.
Honey, listen, you wouldn't believe the event that just took place. Ace has swallowed his pride. He apologized to Herb. Well, maybe you don't get excited about things like that. Events like that are as rare as hen's teeth.
Sweetheart, remember when I told you before that I wanted to be alone with you?
Yeah, after we cut the cake.
Yeah. To hell with the cake. Let's get out of here.
I'm right with you, man. Come on.
Come on, Brand, don't tell me nothing's going on. You talk with Sarah for a few minutes, she leaves the room, then you talk with Tina, she walks out. What is going on?
This isn't the time or the place for us to discuss this.
Honey,
right
I
now,
think it
Larry,
is.
trust
I
me.
really think it is the right time and the right place. Now, I love you very much, and you're a wonderful, sweet person, but something about you is disturbing all these folks. What is
I
it?
can't go into it right now. I'm going to go over to Grandview, and I need to talk to Gabrielle,
Why?
okay? Larry, please, just trust me.
Is she giving you a tough time over Gary?
Can I talk to you about this later? I will meet up with you later on.
I don't believe this. My fiancée shows you a letter, and she doesn't show it to me.
Well, Dad, you can't blame her. I mean, she didn't want to tell you anything until she knew what Austin really meant.
Well, according to you, the letter didn't mean anything. You're right, Dan. I don't blame her. I blame you. Yeah, you're the one who encouraged her to go follow through on this thing.
Dad, I hardly gave her any encouragement here. Now, she is desperate to find her son. Can't you understand that?
I understand this, Dan. The next time my fiancée confides in you about anything, you suggest to her that she talk to me first.
Statesville Prison? Why would Megan go there?
Roger, before you get too upset, remember that our sources aren't always reliable. But it's possible that Megan was seen there.
Megan was seen where?
Statesville Prison, of all places, if you can believe it.
Why would she be there? Does she know some of the inmates?
Not that I know of.
Well, maybe it's not a friend of Megan's, but an acquaintance of Ruby's.
Ruby.
That's the name of the character she plays on Fraternity Row, right? According to my source, Megan was in costume. Now, Roger, since you filed a missing persons report, I'd be glad to follow up on this for you.
Please, Ray, whatever you can do.
Okay, I'll let you know as soon as we come up with anything, okay? Take care.
Thank you.
Rafe, since you're doing favors, there's one you can do for me.
Name it, cousin?
Let me in on any information you get on Megan before you tell Vicky.
I don't know what to say to you, Brenda. I thought you were coping with the loss of your son.
Gabrielle, why are you avoiding my question? What are you afraid of here?
Nothing. I don't know anything more about your son's death than anyone else in Llanfair.
Yes, don't lie to me, Gabrielle. You know what happened to my son.
I'm trying to be sympathetic. If I were in your shoes, I would seek counseling. Perhaps that would help.
Would you please cut this out and tell me what you know about Stephen's death?
What I'd like to know is where you get these ideas from.
Austin's letter, that's where I got it. Or have you forgotten that you practically pulled my arm off trying to keep me from reading it?
That letter went out the window.
Well, what goes up came down, and I found it, and I read it, and it's in pieces, Gabrielle, but it made it very clear that you know something about Stephen.
That's impossible.
Why is it impossible? You were the only one in the nursery when Stephen died.
I'm not going to stand here and
Yes, please don't. What would you please tell me? What happened that night?
Nothing happened that night.
Don't lie to me. I want you to tell me what happened to my baby. Why won't you tell me what you know?
There's nothing to tell.
Gabrielle, stop lying to me and tell me what you know about my baby.
Tina.
Hello, Gabrielle.
Brenda. When did you get back from Europe?
This morning.
I thought I'd surprise you and drop by.
Tina, this is a very bad time for you to be here. I am discussing something important with Gabrielle, and if you don't mind, could you please leave so that I can finish this?
Look, I can understand that it's important. I can see that. You must be talking about the baby.
Yes, that's exactly what we were talking about. How did you know that?
Oh, I know a lot about babies.
That we were talking about my baby Stephen and his death. Do you know something about that?
Brenda, this is strictly between you and me. I don't think it's fair to drag Tina into the middle of this.
I am not dragging Tina into anything here. I am simply asking her if she knows what happened to my baby, Gabrielle.
How can she possibly know anything? She wasn't in ICU when your baby died.
Obviously, she knows something. How else did she know that I was talking about my child?
Would you two stop talking about me like I'm not in the room?
Tina, would you please stay out of this?
No, Tina, I want to hear what you have to say. How did you know that we were talking about my baby?
I didn't exactly say it was your baby because I really...
Do you think that we were talking about Garrick? We are not discussing Garrick here. We are talking about the death of my son. I'm trying to get Gabrielle to tell me what happened, and I want the truth from you, now.
And what makes you think Gabrielle would know the truth?
Brenda, I don't think this is the time for us to continue our conversation.
I am so sick of this oh-so polite stuff, Gabrielle. You are hiding something.
I have told you everything I know. I'm awfully sorry about your loss and your pain.
I'm sick of this. But listen, don't you think that I am giving up on this thing so fast? I am going to find out what the truth is. And God help you when I do, Gabrielle.
Tina, thank you.
Don't thank me. I just want to know why you have not returned that child to his rightful mother.